Chris Hemsworth, widely recognized for portraying the powerful Marvel superhero Thor, has opened up about the internal conflict he faced when deciding whether to publicly disclose his genetic predisposition to Alzheimer's disease. The revelation, which he first shared several years ago, came with significant personal hesitation, largely tied to concerns about how it might affect perceptions of him in Hollywood and impact his career trajectory. Hemsworth reflected on wondering whether revealing such a deeply personal vulnerability would cause others to see him differently. He questioned if people would still view him as the reliable action star or the invincible Marvel character they had come to know on screen. There was genuine worry that exposing his fears and insecurities to such a degree could alter casting decisions or fan expectations. The fear of being let in on too much, of showing a side that contrasted with his on-screen strength, weighed heavily on his mind before he chose to speak publicly. The genetic factor involves the APO4 gene variant, which Hemsworth inherited from both parents. This double copy significantly increases the likelihood of developing Alzheimer's, with estimates suggesting an 8 to 10 times higher risk compared to those without the variant. Family history added emotional weight. Both his grandfather and father have been affected by the disease, which remains incurable and progressive. Despite these odds, Hemsworth has emphasized that having the gene is not a definitive diagnosis or predetermined fate. He pointed out that scientific understanding has evolved. What was once viewed as a near-certain outcome a decade ago is now recognized as a strong indicator rather than an absolute. When he initially shared the information, media coverage often sensationalized it, framing the story as though he had already received a dementia diagnosis or was on the verge of retirement. This frustrated him deeply. He had been careful to clarify that it was not a death sentence and that he had not given up on anything, yet headlines and narratives twisted his words into something far more final and dramatic. The experience left him feeling that his vulnerability had been exploited rather than respected, reinforcing his caution around sharing personal health matters. Since learning about his risk, Hemsworth has made intentional lifestyle adjustments aimed at supporting brain health and overall well-being. He shifted his workout routine away from heavy, frequent weightlifting sessions toward more cardio and endurance-based training, which he finds more enjoyable anyway. Prioritizing sleep became non-negotiable, and he incorporated regular ice baths for recovery and inflammation reduction. These changes reflect a broader reevaluation of how he approaches health, balancing physical strength with long-term cognitive protection. Professionally, he has become more selective about projects. Earlier in his career, he admitted to accepting blockbuster roles partly for financial security, the ability to support family members, buy homes, or help relatives. He sometimes justified those decisions even when they weren't the most creatively fulfilling. Now, with a clearer perspective on life's priorities, he weighs opportunities differently, choosing roles that resonate more personally or allow him to step back when needed.